Welcome back to BBN Tonight. Darian Kinnard came back to Kentucky last season to play one more year in the SEC and prove to everyone he's one of the best tackles in this class.
Well, he did that. Now it's as simple as checking off the boxes until draft day rolls around next month. He sat down with our Eli Game today.
How was it talking to kind of some of the big wigs in the NFL industry?
I think it was fun. I mean, at the same time, I'm not talking to them, you know. Big wigs are just kind of in the back taking notes on you. Talking to the guys who are at that level and coaching at that level, it's pretty cool. It's showing that what I've been doing so far is working out and what I've been doing is kind of paying off.
I can imagine it's been sort of a whirlwind, but exciting, and not sure if you've been anxious through all of it. Walk me through how it's been.
Last year I was definitely more anxious about, going through the process, COVID, everything was going on. I was a junior, didn't have a lot of tape. But this year I just kind of going in, I knew I had a lot of tape I backed up, my play backed up, and really it's just, as I've been progressing through this, what I've noticed is teams are really just kind of looking at the person, up in the first and second, maybe even third round. I mean, really it's just like a difference between if they like you a little more than the last guy. It doesn't matter because everybody's such a high level of play, like it really just depends on who they need and who they like a little more. So that's one thing I kind of noticed about doing all this, but at the end of the day, I play football. That's what I do. That's what I'm keep doing, and that's the main goal.
How crazy is that? Because I think about teams go for players that will fit with their organization. So you look at the quarterback situation this year. With Malik and Kenny, the quarterback situation. Some guys have Kenny Pickett going top 10, but Malik is the better quarterback. What's it like for an offensive lineman in terms of where do you feel like you could fit with an organization? Do you notice that some organizations like a different style of O-lineman than others?
Yeah, sometimes you notice that, but at the end of the day, let me tell you, people making these mock drafts are literally just doing it for views.
Yep, exactly.
They're not on the team, they don't know the team, and they're never really going to know what the team needs until they're drafted and walking across the stage or getting a phone call. So at the end of the day, yeah, everybody can say this player is good and teams will understand that, but I feel like a lot of it's just what that team feels like is going to be the best pick for their future. It could be really the smallest thing that says, hey, this guy's going to be it for the next couple of years, or this is going to be somebody we need, or this is not somebody we want. So it really just depends on what the team wants. And yeah, teams have needs, but they could take a person who's not as good of a talent, but will fit better and mesh better with chemistry for the team, rather than someone who's not far better, but better.
What are you going to try to prove tomorrow? Anything else do you feel like you need to prove? I feel like you don't.
I don't need to prove a lot. I just need to check a box. Some people might say, "Oh, you should be saying that," but dude, this whole process is checking boxes. Teams look at these players, look at us. We're basically on the black market, basically for the whole week of the combine, getting all of our measurements, getting weight, walking around, just spandex, just letting teams look at us, man. Just kind of showing I could do a little better than I did last time in terms of the drills. And, they didn't see me bench, so just kind of showing what I could do on bench. Other than that, I feel like I don't really have to prove a lot.
Obviously, no matter who you get drafted by, you're going to be happy to go wherever you want. But I'm curious, have a favorite team growing up? Who'd you have? Who'd you kind of keep your eye on?
Growing up as a young kid, I really looked up to Ray Lewis. Similar backstory, similar situation, how he grew up and trauma he went through. So he was somebody I definitely looked up to. And I just wanted to kind of be like him. I mean, I didn't play a linebacker or anything, but I definitely loved playing football with his kind of mentality, and just look up to him a lot as an idol.
If I was lucky enough to be a general manager of a football team, why should I draft Darian Kinnard?
I'm a future Hall of Famer. Simple as that.
You choose. It's up to you.
I love it. I cannot wait to see where he ends up. All right, coming up, there are some other sports happening too. The Batcats have the big series starting tomorrow night. We talk with head coach Nick Mingione right after the break. You're watching BBN Tonight.